Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Brewskis and Housekeys. My name is Nick Papantanakis with REMAX Alliance. I am here with not Tyler Thompson today. He is on a family vacay. I'm here with my good friend and fellow agent, RJ Wyrsch.
Hey, RJ Wyrsch, REMAX Alliance. Moved to Colorado about 7 months ago. Been in the game about real estate game 6 months now. It's been a blast.
Yeah, RJ jumped into our office basically right when he moved here, and has been an instant just like injection of awesomeness in our world. He's definitely energetic. He gets himself involved with everything, so it's been fun to have you kicking around with us.
It's been a blast.
Slumming it with us,
yeah.
So to speak. So.
First thing you said to me when I walked into the office was, "Welcome to the party."
Welcome to the party,
Welcome to the party.
Speaking of party, actually, we are also not in our normal atmosphere, as you can probably tell. We'll do a little tour around for you guys so you can see it as well. But we are actually on location for our, I think, second time ever on this podcast at a wonderful place called Someplace Else Brewery in Arvada. Someplace Else is an awesome local spot that has been here for just about 10 years. They pride themselves on being the kind of the best local watering hole around here.
Good beer.
Yeah, really good beer, sweet atmosphere. As you can see, there's pinball machines, there's skee-ball, there's a heavy lean on the awesomeness that is all things nerd. Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it. I mean, we got it all here. So it's basically Nick Heaven is how I describe. That's how I describe it.
I love it. I walked around, took a little tour, and I saw there's Tetris tournaments every last Saturday here. And I don't know about you, but I'm a big Tetris fan. It's my pastime when I'm bored.
I am not good at it, but
I
do enjoy it.
I can hold my own, but maybe I'll have to stop by and try it again.
It's pretty sweet. It's on the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
So an old platform.
Yeah, it might be a little out of my game, out of my element.
Buttons are all the same. I think you can get there. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But it is fun. It's a lot of fun. Like they take it seriously. Most of those people, I've been here during that. Most of those people don't even get a beer. No, they come in just to play. For Tetris.
That's
and then
my
they leave.
Group.
And that's
my group right there.
That's like zoned in. Only focused on that. So it's pretty rad.
Yeah.
There's Mario Kart tournaments. There's an open mic night once a month. There's trivia twice a month with a really good host, from what I hear.
Is it you?
It is me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. What else do we do? There's a craft day. There's something called the Beer Olympics coming up, which is really rad. It's pretty cool. They do this thing where they have 4 different events. You have to have a team of 2, and you have 4 different events. They're non-chugging events.
Dang.
So that's
my strong suit.
It's not designed to do that, but they're events where you basically have to have a full beer in hand at all times.
Okay.
And then you can do these things. The one I saw that I thought was really awesome was and nobody knows the events are coming in. They're a surprise. And one of the ones I loved was everyone is handed a VHS videotape, and they had a box of things like a screwdriver or scissors or a pencil, and they had to rewind the videotape as a team.
That's a good
The first
game.
one done wins. So it was awesome. It was really fun to watch. It's not raining outside. If you guys can hear it, there's delicious popcorn being
Fresh
popped,
popcorn,
which is going to be really hard not to consume while we're
salty snack.
I don't know if that sound is something people want to hear on an audio medium, so I will probably skip the popcorn until after.
There you go.
After.
After.
So Someplace Else does carry. I mean, they make a lot of different really good beers. The one we are trying today is called the Rampart Range.
Rampart Range Pilsner.
Pilsner. So they have their kind of staples that they make consistently. Then every week they have what they call a Friday release, and it's a small batch, something fun that they wanted to try. And so and they only make 2 kegs of it, and when it's gone, it's gone. Yeah. And so we're getting the first, actually maybe some of the first pour of the Rampart Range as we're sitting here. So because it's pretty quiet in here so far. So
cheers.
So cheers, my friend. That silence you hear was us enjoying.
Drinking.
Oh man,
the cold beer.
That is so good.
Thanks to Chuck's water.
I think it really does make a difference. I don't know what the difference is, but that is like crisp. It's light.
It's exactly what I wanted. Something light but crisp.
On a nice summer day.
Was it snowing 2 days ago?
Yeah, it wasn't dumping snow on us a couple days ago. Good Lord. But it melted within 24 hours.
It was nice.
It's wild.
Walk around.
So That's your official Colorado welcome right there.
It's best.
Get a May snowstorm and then, yeah, sure.
Sunny the next day?
So we wanted to hang out a little bit, talk a little bit about kind of RJ's time. I guess I wanted to hear about your experience so far in this world. You were licensed before coming to Colorado.
I was, yes. I was licensed in Washington State.
And
when I was finishing college, finished that. So I've been licensed for about a year now.
Okay.
But 6 months in Colorado, definitely practicing more here than Washington State. A lot of learning in Washington, but a lot more activity and getting kind of opening doors and meeting people in Colorado. For sure.
Makes sense. And if you're able to, did you know that you were going to be moving kind of when you got licensed originally?
I did, yes.
You did.
I wanted to be dual licensed just so when I moved here, I didn't want to be the new guy on the block that didn't have any sort of reputation. I don't know if that really matters, but I didn't want that to be how I was seen. So I wanted to have at least a little something under my belt. So when I walk into an office, I can say I was licensed and practicing and working on it. So that was kind of the main reasons, but I wanted to help sell my parents home as well, which was nice.
That's awesome.
Which I did, and that was a good time.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you had a little bit of experience under your belt. That does make a difference. I don't think it's necessarily about the way you're always perceived, maybe. It's more about
100%.
just having those reps under your belt, like
Yeah.
anything else, is pretty valuable.
Yes.
Just to give you the confidence to, the confidence kind of stems from that.
100%.
So that's pretty rad. And then in joining our office, you joined a team.
Jim and Lydia's team, Lydia's home team, the best team ever.
Tell me about them.
They're great. Jim and Lydia have been nothing but helpful. We have Alyssa on our team as well, along with Jill. And Lydia is the kindest person I've ever met, and Jim is the same thing, but a little more fast-paced and he does a lot more flips, which has been great for me because that's something I want to learn and try to get into more. Kind of get my hands dirty, which has been fun. So cleaning yards, kind of learning how to get from the ground up and kind of watch homes kind of get rebuilt.
Wait, you're telling me that you don't just show up in a Maserati, take off your Gucci sunglasses, and then
I still do
sell a couple $1 million property every other day?
No, that is not what I do. Cleaning a lot of yard work. First thing that Jim had me do was clean one of the backyards of his listing, and I forgot my gloves that day. And there was pine needles all over the ground, and I spent a good 2 hours cleaning it up willingly. I wanted to help, and it was a good time. But definitely spent some time picking up some pine needles and had sap all over my hands for the drive home. My hands were stuck on the steering wheel.
I mean, it is remarkable the things that maybe the perception that whatever TV or whatever gives what we do for a living versus what we actually end up doing
100%.
On any given day.
Yeah, selling sunsets is not what I do not think real estate was going to be like.
No, and thank God,
Yeah.
because I mean we have beautiful sunsets here without you having like big fillers in your lips or me getting that butt implant that we were talking about. So I think it is more of that. I mean, I was just yesterday scooping poop at a client's house before people started seeing the home. So it is a you do what you have to do kind of thing to take care of your clients. So
that's what it is. Taking care of people is, I think, my favorite part about it.
It's what makes it service.
100%.
And I love that. I mean, that is why. I mean, I've always loved a place like this brewery or a place like the restaurants that I used to work in, or doing this real estate industry life now. It is, if you look at it through the lens of service, a lens of taking care of people. God, I think it just makes such a difference on how you can impact them and how you can gain their trust and then make a difference for them.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the biggest things about joining a team is that's what I saw from Jim and Lydia was they were there to help people. Yes, they're selling homes, but they're helping people moving forward in whatever that is they're looking for today.
And they're such genuine people.
100%.
I mean, such genuine. They're
100%.
so kind, and that does really make a difference. And it helps. I mean, you also are a kind, genuine, authentic person.
You as well.
But I believe, well, thank you. Don't tell anybody that, though. I have a reputation to uphold here. But I do think the flip side of that is that there is an education to it when you do something like that. I don't know, you learn good habits, I guess would be the way I'd look at it.
Definitely.
And so I think that's one of the big pieces of this puzzle too. As you come in first year in the business, I would say education and good habits are a big piece of it. Would you, aside from Jim and Lydia's awesomeness, what other things have you kind of utilized as educational?
I think the biggest thing is showing up. You got to show up to anything you want to be great at. So I came from football, so the biggest thing is show up every day and try to get better, and that's what it has to be. So going into the office every day. Even if you're not doing anything, you're sitting behind your computer looking like you're doing something, what you're doing is listening to people around you. listening to the other agents, what they're talking about, listening to what questions they have and how they're answering it and how they're navigating certain situations. Going to different classes, I think that's a big one. I try to fill as much time as I can with learning real estate. So whether that is getting beer with Nick and talking about random things he's doing, or showing up to a class that's 5 hours long and kind of just sitting back and taking in information to learn how to help people and learn how to advise things that they don't maybe know about. I think that's the biggest thing.
I think I love showing up. I love that as a concept in life. I love that as a concept, definitely, excuse me, in our industry. But I want to go back to what you talked about with your time spent in football. Talk to me a little bit about that. Your experience with it. What kind of level you played at. What you gained out of it from not only maybe what could apply to real estate, but as a life skill.
Yeah, 100%. So I played at the University of Washington. I played offensive line for 3 years, medically retired after that. But during those 3 years, I learned that no matter what's going on in other people's lives or in your life, you have to show up and put on a face, or someone might be able to give 100%, but you helping them get to that level is what's really going to bring everybody up around you. So showing up to a practice where you're not feeling your best, but relying on the people around you, where if I need help, reach out, say you need help. I think that's the biggest thing. And just always pushing forward no matter what's kind of going on and enjoying everything that's around you.
Perseverance, man.
Yeah, it takes time to understand that not everything's going to go great, but it's not a matter of when things don't go great, how long can you bounce back, or how long does it take you to bounce back from something bad happening?
Yeah.
I had a bad rep. Okay, well, what's the next one going to look like? How am I going to learn from that? What's going to happen next?
It's one of my favorite Ted Lasso quotes, man.
Yeah.
Be a goldfish.
Be a goldfish.
Have that
Yeah.
10-second memory.
It's hard to forget, though.
It is hard.
It's very hard to
It is
forget.
inhuman to forget. It is normal to rest on things. We just talked about it yesterday in our sales meeting, that the average negative thought lives for 17 seconds. And even if you only allow it those 17 seconds, that's still like, it hits you for a minute there. Most people let them last a lot longer than that. I'm guilty of that as well.
Everyone is.
But it is a very real thing that if you can find a way to have that Dory level of short-term memory loss.
Maybe not to that.
Maybe not quite that level, but
similar
close.
For sure.
Then maybe all of a sudden you have this opportunity to just push it aside, move forward. Push it aside, move forward.
100%.
I love that as a concept, man.
Yeah, that recently just happened to me. So I recently just put an offer in. I kind of told you about it. And
Can you unfold it a little bit for us?
100%.
Just since maybe they haven't heard it.
So we came into a condo, and our clients loved it. My clients loved it, and they wanted to put an offer in. And it was listed on the market for 52 days, so no price drops. We're kind of steady and feeling good. Did some comps and came up with a good price we were comfortable at, and we put that price in, and we got hit with the counter. It was full price still. We're like, they got 2 other offers that day. We're 1 out of 3, which is not too untypical, but happens.
Sure.
And they came back with the full price, and we came back again with 430, which was 5% below asking. And they decided to go with another offer because it was stronger financially. And internally, I was like, dang, I thought I did good. I thought I did everything I needed to do. I was calling the listing agent, doing everything I was taught, and they still wanted another offer. And I think everything happens for a reason. We're going to find another place. But in that moment of them telling me that they were moving forward with another person, another offer, what did I do wrong? What did I do? That's natural. So that kind of happened. And I called my mom after it. I was like, this is what happened. I'm kind of sad, kind of mad. She's like, well, like, you did everything you could. You felt comfortable, and you're learning from it. You're getting those reps in. And so that's what it was for me. It was, it didn't feel good, and I didn't want that to happen, but I learned something from it, and now we're going to be more prepared for the next one.
Well, and it's important for you to be able to layer in that confidence too, because I agree with you. I think you did everything you could, and everything that is a professional level, like, correct thing to do. And yet, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work in that moment, and it bothers the agent. It really does. Like, I know that feeling of, I must have messed up somewhere, or I didn't take the step I should have, or I didn't say the right thing, or I said whatever it was. But the reality is, it's not about you. It's not about me. Those clients that wanted this place 100%. Wanted to hopefully get their offer accepted. If it doesn't, that's where that resilience or that perseverance to push yourself or your feels about it aside and be able to move forward and say, I'm here for you guys.
Exactly.
You know, I'm sorry that it happened, but everything happens for a reason. I think that's tremendously important advice to be able to give to a buyer when you get beat out.
Yeah. So I told him everything happens for a reason. She thought the same exact thing. We talked for 10, 15 minutes, and they were obviously very sad, but she sent me 2 other properties after that, and we moved on and went to go look at some other ones.
That's the best thing you can do is get back out there. It's almost like dating, where if you are, now it's been a long time since I've been on a date, but when you are broken up with, you're dumped, you're feeling down, you can take your time to be sad, sit in your feelings, it's okay, but in order to move forward, you do need to get back out and see what else is out there. And I think that could not be truer than in our industry, especially when you're working with buyers. And these are first timers, right? That are having some help, but I mean, it's going to be their first property that's owned.
And they're very excited. It's so fun to, when they walk into a place and say, I can feel myself living here. And they walk around, like when I wake up in the morning, this is what I see. Like you can see the joy behind that. I think that's what's so special.
Well, and there's something, I don't know, that builds confidence, or maybe not confidence, but there is something that is reassuring, I guess, from someone being a first timer and going through that process where 100%. We got beat out and how they react. You get to see what is truly going to be a safe realm to operate in, but then that resilience from them might be easier than somebody who's already owned a home and then knows the emotional attachment they can have to the home. I almost feel like ignorance is bliss, maybe a little bit.
Definitely.
In that realm.
I can see that for sure.
I don't know. I mean, it's also on the other side. It is sometimes first timers get very, very emotionally attached, and all of a sudden it's like the world is ending because my one place I wanted
is gone.
It's gone.
It's out of the picture.
It's over.
Yeah.
We had kind of a I would say I don't know, a humbling experience. My wife and I actually, we've lived in our home. We've owned our home now since 2017. So what is that? 9 years, and we love our home. We've done a lot to it. We've loved remodeling it. But 3-4 months ago, this home in this neighborhood we really love came on the market. Complete gut job needed. But the layout, the neighborhood, and the kind of the aesthetic of the mid-century modern kind of vibe, we both were like, I kind of want to go see it. So we do.
Yeah.
And in doing so, we were like, this is kind of awesome. Like, it was going to be a lot of work. A lot of work. This is like a flipper's dream.
Yeah.
Like, Jim would have salivated at it.
Got to tell Jim.
Yes. So we've never looked at a home like that. Since we've owned our home, we've never looked at a home in that capacity and really been serious about it. We have the ability, thanks to our profession, that if my wife and I see a home, or if you see a home that you want to go check, you can just schedule a showing and go see it.
Just like that.
It is the power of being a real estate agent, I guess. But we have never done that and gone as far as to say, but seriously, we called our lender.
Oh, wow.
And we talked to Michelle. We
That's
were like, hang on a sec. So we didn't know, if it would work or not financially for us. And it had been on the market for a long time, so it wasn't like it was.
Yeah, it's a moving room.
Nothing crazy going on. Well, we kind of, slow it down a little bit once talking to Michelle and realized kind of what that would look like financially for us. Not impossible, kind of difficult. Would we keep our house? Would we sell it? We've never wanted to sell our house. We want to keep it as a rental, even whenever the time comes that we do move out of it. But all comes around to we're not going to move forward. Home does get under contract relatively quickly after that. And it was that little bit of moment, even though we weren't going to buy it, I saw that it closed with someone else. And I was like,
that was mine.
And now I just can't. I want to see. I want to see if it comes back on the market in a couple months with updates, with all kinds of stuff done to it, or if it is an owner occupant that's just going to enjoy it. Hopefully they just get to enjoy it and do their thing. 'Cause it was so cool. It had it was a weird layout where it sat on the lot because it basically had 3 busy streets
surrounding it.
On 3 sides it had a busy street, Carr being one of them, 68th being one of them, and then the other street over here. But it sat back and up on the lot, so it's kind of a tiered yard down towards the street, big lot, 50s home, really cool inside, the layout, high ceilings, open area, a sunken tub in one of the bathrooms, just very, very retro feel, and something that we like, that aesthetic. Wasn't meant to be, and that's okay.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
Everything happens for a reason.
And we're happy in our home. We love our home. We had just, not 6 months before that, we had remodeled our kitchen. Oh. And so we didn't remodel our kitchen just to move out.
It's like $20 to do that, right?
Yeah, it was real cheap. Real inexpensive. But yeah, I mean, we normally you don't do that kind of work in order to move on. Because it's not necessarily a thing you get all that money back for right away. No. So thankfully we have a home we love, we can live in, we can be happy in. Love cooking in that kitchen. It's great.
Me and Nick talk about cooking all the time.
Oh man.
It's good stuff.
Let's talk about cooking for a second. So tell me about your relationship to cooking.
I grew up, my mom always cooked. My dad was busy, so my mom cooked every meal. But she was kind of over it for a while. She's like, I don't want to cook every meal. So she said, well, once a week, you or your brother are going to cook a meal for us. So she got a Blue Apron box. It has all the instructions, has all the ingredients. Shout out Blue Apron, maybe sponsor the podcast.
Oh, yes, please. Great.
So we started doing that once a week, so I learned how to cook from that. And I was not a good cook at all. That was terrible. It's not. I remember one meal, we were cooking burgers with some cheese in it, and I burnt them to crisp. And my mom's like, oh, it tastes so good. I'm like, stop lying. I know what this tastes like. I'm tasting it. So grew up doing that, and then kind of in college, I was in the dorm, couldn't really cook too much, but once I got my own place, kind of decided like, okay, groceries are kind of fun to buy and kind of create something. And it was a good time for me to relax and not think about anything else other than cooking, and kind of just going through that and enjoying the meal after. And that's where it all started clicking, and now I cook every night. It's a good time. Except for Sundays. Sundays we have a little bit of fun and go and get some food.
Good.
Just to
you have to.
Exactly.
Got to mix it up a little bit. Plus, you're still getting to know the Denver metro area, so it's good to get out.
Yeah, it's great.
And I think cooking is such a, I don't know, to me it's very meditative. And I love that. I love that it's something that kind of was put upon you a little bit by your mom. Good for her, man. Props to mom for
Thanks,
for
Mom.
saying you're doing this and your brother's doing this. Let's go. I think that alone is like a nice little shove in the right direction.
100%.
Of a life skill. I mean, that's really what it comes down to too. Growing up in our household, my father and mother cooked together because my dad came from a house where his mother cooked all the time. He and his sister learned to cook kind of by default almost, as a Greek household is, I guess. I don't know how stereotypical I want to get, but it was very stereotypical being at my grandmother's. Oh my God. And she was cooking all the time, all the time. And so I think they learned naturally. My mother also came from a family that owned a restaurant back in her town in Iowa. So she was very, very comfortable in the kitchen as well. And so this kind of marriage of those two lifestyles put me and my sister kind of in this boat of we want to learn. Yeah. We watched, we wanted to participate, we wanted to be a part of it. And now, as we've aged, my sister's an amazing cook. I think her husband gets in there and helps too, but I got lucky enough to find a woman I could marry who is an amazing cook and an amazing baker who makes her desserts are out of this world. She's so
getting me hungry.
Oh, she's so precise. We're gonna have some of that popcorn later. Don't worry. She's so precise. She's so on it. She thinks outside the box. If the recipe says this and she doesn't have that, she knows a way to tweak it. Or and even with baking, she can do that. I can't do that.
That's impressive with baking. Baking's pretty.
Well, she has like the vision. She can see the end product while she's still working over here. I'm not good at that with baking. I need I just got to go back to the steps every 2 seconds to make sure. What did I do next? And then you
double check it after you walk away. Triple checking. Sure is that? Teaspoon or tablespoon? I'm confused.
So she's very comfortable in that realm. So it does make for a really fun home environment
100%.
From that standpoint. So cooking's special, man. It's a love language a little bit, you know.
Made some chicken pad thai last night.
Ooh.
Nothing crazy.
Is that a chicken thigh scenario?
Chicken tenderloins.
Okay.
No thigh. We wanted to do thigh, but we like to go tenderloins.
Go with fewer, a little less fat.
A little less fat.
Less fat. Because you got to keep that.
Gotta keep a little figure to yourself.
Yeah. I gotta sit next to you and sit next to Tyler. I gotta start working out. God, you guys make me look bad.
No, we're good.
I do love it, and it is a good family activity because you and Ava will cook together, right? Yeah. So that's a fun thing too, and get my daughter in there is kind of one of our things we're trying to do more of.
How's it going?
We're getting there.
Getting there slowly.
When she wants to, she really wants to.
That's good.
But not always want to, so that's okay.
As long as she doesn't burn the hamburgers, you'll be all right.
Yeah, well, that's how we learn.
That's how you learn.
That's how we learn right there. When we're doing stuff like on the grill or the Blackstone or in the smoker, she's curious, which is kind of cool, because that's playing with fire, and
fire's cool.
I like that.
Fire.
In a protected, contained area.
Yeah.
I'm great with it. So let me hear, maybe we can wrap up with this, but like, what's your one takeaway? You're about a year in now as a licensed agent. What is one thing, maybe I want to hear two things from you. What's one thing that you wish you would have known right out of the gate?
Okay.
And then two, I want to know, what is your favorite thing that you get to do kind of on a regular basis in this job?
Yeah. I'll start the second one. My favorite thing is just kind of connecting with a bunch of people in the industry, not just real estate, but with roofers, plumbers, electricians, everyone that has a piece in the puzzle that kind of helps the transaction go through. I love connecting with people, so just going to different events. Like, I'm going to be going to this Saturday Tetris event and just meet more people. It doesn't have to be about real estate, but just meeting people in the local area is one of my favorite things to do. And I get to say it's my job, which seems kind of weird, but it's my favorite thing. I think that's the best.
It's definitely, I would say, it's what I've seen the most successful agents do regularly is stay connected to their community or their whatever's around them, you know, and being involved. It doesn't mean being involved so I can get more business.
Yeah.
It's being involved because I am passionately interested in being involved.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what that builds for you over time. It's been really cool to see, and I see a lot of agents do that, and to great success. So
the progression that it kind of has, one of those relationships is it turns into like it starts with a friendship, and then it kind of turns into more of a different, it leans into different real estate related activities.
Well, I mean, you could sit there, you could be playing Tetris and like find out the person next to you, what do you do for a living? Oh, I own a plumbing company.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
we're building blocks, we're building houses.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And then the second part was something I wish I knew more, or something I wish I knew getting into real estate. I think that is one of the hardest things for me to learn was you have to put time for yourself as well. And finding that time, it doesn't have to be an entire weekend. You don't have weekends. Our weekends are work. That's what we do.
We work when other people don't.
Exactly. So your lunchtime is work time, your dinner time's not dinner time. Like it's all scattered. So finding a way to adjust your schedule and fit into things that you actually want to get done for yourself. So for me, it's cooking. That's a good way for 30 minutes to where I can just kind of let go and do my thing. And then hiking. That's another big thing.
Get outside, yes.
Get outside. And I'll be honest, I have not been doing it as much as I should, but Sandra from my office, she's the sweetest lady ever, said that you need to put yourself on your own schedule. And I think that's one piece of advice I would give to somebody.
She is one of the kindest humans
100%.
that I have met, not just in our office. And for her to say that, she is probably one of the highest experts of making sure you take care of yourself, and I mean that in the best way possible. She has gone through a lot in her time, especially in the last probably year or so, and she has defined resilience just in how she has handled herself. So.
And I think that not only allows you to take time for yourself, but when you do that, it gives you more energy to do what you love.
That's right.
And so when you take those time off and you're relaxing and you're doing your thing that you want to do, that's going to give you more motivation to get back out there and kind of.
You can't pour from an empty cup is one of my favorite sayings, and so I love the idea. And I mean, truly, you need things in your cup.
Right here.
We're living that life, but you do not have the ability. There we go. To pour from an empty cup, so you do have to refill that cup periodically, and it does require whatever it is. And everybody, it's different. It could be exercise, being outside, being with family, being by myself. Some people need to just be alone and be able to recharge their batteries that way. That's a very real thing. But knowing what that is for yourself and prioritizing it, that's sound advice from a very smart woman. So I love hearing that. That's every agent needs to hear that, because I mentioned this on the last episode, but our in-house mentor and in-house real estate Obi-Wan Kenobi, Phil Shell, would say in the first couple of years of the business owns you. 100%. And it is true. So to be able to define for yourself this, even if it's a carved out little hour here, or 15 minutes or whatever, that you can recharge your batteries, like that is so crucial, because burnout will be like that otherwise, and it will be very sad.
Yeah.
So,
we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. Well, I love that. I wish when I was an agent I had that very advice.
What about you?
When I got started. It's tough, man. I think for me, I came from on the thought of what's one thing I wish I would have known. I came from a very instant gratification job. I operated restaurants for a long time, and other than the like monthly numbers goals, business goals, which were a waiting game or kind of a slow game, the daily or the hourly, wins that we could celebrate were all the time. Service was up, numbers were up, we were pumping out more food, people were happy, reviews were hot, whatever, making people's days, doing little things. They were instant, and you could feel the reward or the
dopamine hit.
Yeah,
it's going back at you.
That like review you're getting from someone. Thank you so much. Everything was delicious. You didn't have to do that. Thank you for that. You refilled they refilled my coffee. I wasn't even asking for it. Like, it's just all these positive things that you can get instantly. That was a hard change for me, coming into a business where the earliest you'll see the benefit of something you do traditionally is 90 days.
Yeah, 3 months.
It's not to say that doing things is always going to yield something 90 days later. It can be sooner. It can often be a lot longer. But it is that building a foundation of good habits and doing the right thing for the right reasons, and watching it slowly build you up into the person and the agent and the community member you can be. 100%. I think I saw my father doing it just every day without even really realizing it. Didn't think about it. So I was like, okay, well then I'll climb in and it'll be something different, and I'll hit the ground running. It'll be fun. I wasn't cocky, but it was definitely like it'll be instant, and I'll be able to help people, and I know what to do. First of all, I didn't know what to do.
No one does.
Second of all, it's not instant. You definitely have to really just understand that it's going to take time.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that I really, I wish I would have been able to process fully out of the gate. Favorite thing I get to do now that I'm in this management role is I talk to a couple of our agents pretty much every day. And so I'd like very much to be able to hopefully stay connected with each and every one of you guys and know where you're at with things, know what you're struggling with, know where your wins are, and then make sure that, anything I can do to help you, I'm there to help, whatever it is. Even if it's just celebrating the wins and drinking a beer with you.
There it is.
On a Friday afternoon. I mean, I think that's not a bad way to celebrate a win every once in a while.
Never.
So, well, I appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the invite. Sorry,
Heck
Tyler.
yeah.
I wish you were here, man.
Tyler, we miss you. Hopefully you're having fun in Kansas. Happy graduation to your cousin. But thank you also to Someplace Else Brewery. Thank you, Jonas.
Thank you. Woo!
That was Jonas wooing in the background. They're amazing. I love these people. I've loved them for, I don't know, my whole life. Maybe it feels like it's just been ingrained in my blood at this point. Really good beer, and thank you for letting us borrow some space. Tori and Ryan, I appreciate you guys. Lindsay, I appreciate you. And we'll be back soon with another episode, but if you haven't already, you're out there. I know you are, because so many of you have newly subscribed.
Oh,
which
we got new subscribers.
We do every week, and it's wonderful. So I think Tyler's guerrilla marketing that he's doing is working.
Yeah,
because he's like, I got people asking me where to find it. I got people asking me where they can download it. I'm like, keep going, dude. You're the best marketing department I've ever had. So thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't already, if you're just finding us the first time, hit that button, jump in, join the fun, and you'll get to hear us every week and get all the past episodes too. And we'll bring you more good stuff soon.
Cheers.
In the meantime, cheers.
Thank you.